Podcast number 5, Training Mindsight with Our Kids, date July the 7th, 2024. Please always pray for me, I work in your interest.
Podcast number 5, date July the 7th, 2024. Topic: Training Mindsight with our kids. The God within me is very grateful to welcome the God within you to this experience of reality. What is the cause of the suffering of the God within you? This is the question that the God within me is wondering. What is the cause of the suffering of the God within you? It seems like the God within you comes to this experience in order to learn better about himself, isn't it? If yes, then allow the God within me to proceed now with this presentation. Proverbs 22 verse 6. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn away from it. The God within me is inclined to teach the people, to teach the kids how to develop their potential. So this is the reason why we do this podcast today within the early podcast that we do. We could have done this podcast later, but we chose it to do it among the first podcasts that we do because the children's are really important. The children's must be addressed first because the children's are really particular. This is the reason why we chose to teach this mindset right now among the early podcasts. We don't want to do that later on. We want to do it now because the children are really important. How do you perceive the world? You are used to the idea that we perceive the world by the use of our sensory organs. The sensory organs, they send electrical impulse to the brain, and the brain starts to form an internal image that we call our reality. This is the idea that you think when I ask you the question, how do you perceive the world? You think that your sensory organs, they send impulse, electrical impulse to your brain, and your brain starts to make a picture inside your mind. This is what you think. Okay? If this is what you think, you are true. This is the truth. But this is only one part of the truth. The truth is way bigger. The truth, how we perceive the world, is a lot more complex. Let the God within me tell you something. In China, there are allegedly operations dating back decades ago which are promoting the training of children in order for them to perceive the world around them without their eyes. This is since long time ago. In China, there are programs to teach the children how to perceive the world without using the eyes. Now let's go to Russia. In Russia, since decades ago, there are such programs running, and some of them are fully open to the public. Okay? Thousands of children in Russia have been trained, and countless number of adults are also being trained as we speak right now. One such a school which is open to the public is the school InfoVision Academy. Okay? Directed by the researcher Mark Komisarov. So if you go to Russia right now, you will find, for example, one school open to the public which is called InfoVision Academy, which is directed by Mr. Mark Komisarov. If you go there, people may train you in order to see without your eyes. Okay? This is Russia. Now, in the UK, in India, in the USA, there are schools called Midbrain Activation Schools. In these schools, they are teaching, as we speak right now, children how to see without their eyes. Okay? The CIA. You know the CIA? The CIA is his Central Intelligence Agency, which is the secret service of the USA. So the CIA has been running secret projects in order to harness the power of remote viewing. Okay? Projects such as Project Stargate, which documentation has been now been declassified. Right now, we have countless professional remote viewers who are able to see in the past, able to see in the future, able to see anywhere in the present without using the eyes. I can even provide to you right now the contact details of such people. I can give you their contact right now. So, we went to China, we went to Russia, we went to the UK, India, USA, and many parts of the world. Okay? And I asked you the same question. Tell me, how do you perceive the world? I ask you the same question. How do you perceive the world? Now you understand what I meant by saying that the answer is more complex than what you have been led to believe until now. The answer to the question, how do you perceive the world, is a lot more complex than what you believe. We have learned about the existence of the 0-point field in the previous podcast. Today, I will teach you the methodologies in order to perceive the world without your eyes by accessing the right state and using the 0-point field. Okay? I will teach you how to do that today. I would like to thank Mr. Sean McNamara and Mrs. Lynn McTaggart and several other people who have contributed to the education of our children. Children who have tremendous potential, as it was known by the Christ himself. So please, I want you to visit Mr. Sean McNamara website at the following link: www.mindpossible.com www.mindpossible.com. Also, please visit the website of Miss Lynn McTaggart at the following address: www.lynnmctaggart.com www.lynnmctaggart.com. You will see the address of the website in the transcript of this podcast, and I will also post the address of those people on my social medias, because people, we must be really grateful to them for the knowledge that they give to us in order to educate our children. So, you must understand something. Children are like working subconscious minds during their formative years. Okay? Children are not like us. We have conscious mind, subconscious mind, okay, and other things, but the children, they mostly operate from the subconscious mind, okay, when they are young. Okay? This is why the children are so special, and this is why Jesus, okay, Yeshua ben Nazareth, the Christ, he recognized the power of the children, and he put a lot of importance upon the children, because he knows that the children, they are not working the same way as we do as adults. Okay? They are functioning from the subconscious mind more, and when you function more with your subconscious mind, you have more access to the 0-point field. Okay? So children, they are more capable of developing powers, special abilities, okay, and do very supernatural things. This is why the Christ told you in the Bible to take care of the children. Okay? 2,000 years ago, the Christ, he knew already about the children. Okay? Children, when they are in the utero, until they reach 2 years old, okay, they are in the delta brainwave state. Okay? Now, when the children go from 2 years old to 7-year-olds, they move into the theta brainwave state. After that, from 7-year-olds to 12-year-olds, the children are now in the alpha brainwave state. Then, after approximately reaching 12 years old, the children now work in the beta brainwave state. Okay? So, children they start, okay, in the delta brainwave state, then they grow older, they go to the theta brainwave state. After that, they go to the alpha brainwave state, and they grow to 12-year-olds and older, and now they start to have the beta brainwave state. Okay? So children are really special, okay? And you must understand that the children, they are the genetic wealth of our species, and they are our future parents. Okay? Today you have a children, you have a kid. Tomorrow you die, when you will reincarnate. This kid is going to be your father or your mother. Okay? So, right now you educate the children, you help the children to develop their power, okay? And when they grow old, okay, the DNA of the children is awakened, okay, and the new generation, every generation develop more and more, okay? And one day, when you will reincarnate in a generation with people who have awakened. Okay? This is why you must really teach your children right now how to develop the talent. Okay? This is how you are going to change the world. Yeah, okay. So, now a little quote from Mr. Sean McNamara. He said, "One ability or experience can nurture another because they all arise from the same source, your mind. Training in these abilities also opens the door for the contact with non-human or extraterrestrial beings, which I believe is also a form of consciousness development." Okay, so Mr. Sean McNamara, he tells us that when you train Mindsight, you also develop other abilities, and you can even begin to have contact with extraterrestrial beings. Okay? He speaks from his own experience. Okay? From his own experience, he tells you that. Okay? One, required materials and general instructions. So we are going to start to talk about what are the materials that you need in order to train Mindsight. Okay? So the required materials for all the exercises. You need to have a bottle of Elmer glue with a nozzle on it. Okay? You must have a bottle of glue with a nozzle on it. Okay? Then you need to have some colored paper. Okay? You must get colored papers. The fundamental color that you need are white, black, red, yellow, blue, green. Okay? For each colors that I have just told you, you must have 10 sheets, okay, of paper. Okay, so 10 sheets of white paper, 10 sheets of black paper, 10 sheets of red paper, 10 sheets of yellow paper, 10 sheets of blue paper, 10 sheets of green paper. Okay, and there must be full size paper, A4 size paper. Okay, as you get accustomed to the training, you can add additional colors. Okay, it is important to get the same type, the same texture of paper for all colors. If you take papers of different texture, this is not going to work. Okay, you must have colors of the same texture. Okay, if you buy color paper, buy it together. Okay, same pack. Okay, so they all have the same texture. Okay, what you need next, you must have a blindfold which completely blocks out the light. Most blindfolds do not completely block the light. Okay, if you can't afford it, it is recommended to buy the product called Mindfold, okay, or the product MZoo. Alright, so you need a blindfold, okay, or a sleep mask, and the best one are called Mindfold, and another is called MZoo. You need some color marker, or to have access to a printer, a color printer. Okay? Another solution, if you don't have color marker or color printer, is to cut out shapes from color paper and to glue them on white paper. Okay? For this, you will need a compass to draw the circles and a ruler or straight edge for the other shapes. Okay, so this is all that you need in order to train the mindsight. You need some glue, you need some colored paper, and you need some a color printer or some color markers. Alright? 2. Using the glue technique. In order to verify cards when your eyes are closed, okay, you need to use glue to carve symbols upon the cards. You may then run your fingers along the symbol to verify which card you are holding. Okay, so your eyes are closed, okay, you cannot see. You cannot verify. You say this card is red, but you cannot verify. So in order to verify with your eye closed, you must carve on the card some symbols, and to verify you touch the card and you can recognize the symbol. Okay? It is the same principle used in Braille. Okay, so how to use the glue technique? First, you pick your card. Second, you carve the symbol that you want upon the card using glue. Okay, you put several layers of glue and add some sand in order to make the symbol stick out of the paper. Third, you leave the card to dry overnight before you start to use it. Fourth, when you hold the card during your training, make sure to hold the card from its corners. Okay? This is how you use the glue technique. Okay? Using the training journal. For each part of your training, you are recommended to print a training journal that you will find in the transcript of this podcast. Okay? In the transcript of this podcast, I have included a training journal. And you will also find it on your screen. Okay? In this video, after I finish talking with you, you will find on your screen the training journal that you must follow in order to train. Okay? So each journal entry will tell you which specific card to use on that day and allow you to record your experience and results. Now, with this understanding, I let you watch the training schedule with the instructions which are appearing on your screen right now. Please take notes and download the transcript of this video. The God within me and the God within you will train together every 2 days. Okay? Every 2 days, the God within me and the God within you are going to train the mindset. Okay? And some podcasts are going to be recorded and posted online. Okay? So, until the next podcast, be blessed.
Courage. I Am Real and I Know It, by Luke Kwong Vo. Be grateful for being alive today and for having been given the right to play a part in human history. This year is the year of the global awakening from our collective condition of denial. This year is the year when begins deep societal changes all around the world. We are in a new age, but only the ones who have the necessary courage will help in accelerating these positive changes for our civilization. Martin Luther King Jr., the Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, the Christ, and all other prophets who walked upon earth, who lived and breathed the same air as you do. All were made of flesh and blood, but they had courage and incredible love within their hearts. Do you have this courage and this love to do what they did and to do what I do? To stand for yourself and for your entire civilization? The opposition has always been using fear tactics and oppression in order to prevent the great transition of mankind to be completed. But I know you were all born with this courage and inherent love which are necessary. You and me, one day after the other, one podcast after another, we are going to fulfill our vision, which is not a utopia. We have all the evidences provided to us in order to believe in our own selves and in what we are capable of. Be with me, I am with you. Courage. We are in touch.